Hey, welcome to the Dankest Dungeon. Another day, another Universes Beyond release. Today we're going to be choosing our commanders from the upcoming Doctor Who set. Let's go ahead and see the decks that everyone put together. Hey, it's Jason. Today I'm going to be playing the 10th Doctor with the companion commander of Rose Tyler. So we're going to be doing some timey-wimey stuff. Lots of suspend, time counters, see what we can do with it.
Hey, it's Mike. Today I'm playing with a song. I have no real plan today. Those songs always brought chaos and unfortunate events to the Doctor throughout most of the time. So, that's my whole plan.
Hi, I'm Brendan, and today I'm going to be playing Missy. The whole idea of my deck is to just do Grixis sack shenanigans and to get a bunch of Sirenmen, hopefully ping my opponents out. So we'll see how it goes.
Howdy guys, it's Nate. Today I'm playing the 4th Doctor and Sarah Jane Smith as his companion. The plan is to treat this game historically and play historic spells.
Welcome. Let's go ahead and roll these dice. I got an 8.
6.
8.
7.
You and me.
Oh no!
We'll roll on your side.
I got 6.
I got a 10.
Why'd you roll on my mat? You took my luck, dog.
Man, this is so bad.
This isn't great, but it's got a thing. I'll keep it.
I think this is the first time I've ever molded a game while everyone else hasn't.
Yeah, this is...
Are you keeping?
No, I'm going to keep.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to try it.
Nice.
It's not the greatest of hands, but I'm going to try it.
I will keep this one.
I'm going to draw a card. Play a polluted delta. I'm going to pop it right away.
Stifle.
You don't have
No
any mana, bro. I wouldn't be surprised if you're actually running it, but you don't have any mana. Hollowed Fountain untapped. And finally, I will pay 1 for a Mystic Remora, and I will pass the turn.
Big gross.
Shiv and Weave, and then I'll pass.
Favorite
Alright.
passage, we're going to tap and sack it. We're going to search for a mountain. And pass my turn.
My turn, I draw. Let's play a Pendelhaven. A legendary land, tap for a green, or tap target 1/1 creature gets +1/+2 until end of turn. I'm gonna tap it for a green, and we are gonna play a Noble Hierarch. And I will pass.
Untap. I will pay 1 for a Mystic Remora. Draw.
He's going to have to pay 2 next turn.
Battlefield Forge, and I'll pass the turn.
Tap, draw. Play a mountain. Pay 2 for Crack the Thumbless. Whenever I cast an instant or sorcery spell, I flip a coin. If I lose the flip, I return that spell to its owner's hand. If I win the flip, copy that spell, and I may choose new targets for the copy. And I'll pass 10.
We're going to play Urza's Saga. We're going to pay 2. Skirk Alarmist has haste. It is a 1/2, and I can tap it to target face-down creature I control face up. At the end of the turn, sack it. So what we're going to do is, hey yo, Jason.
All right, I'll take 1.
Yeah, that's right, nerd.
Untap, upkeep, draw.
Don't cast a non-creature.
Look, man, I have
do
1
it.
land right now.
Don't do it.
I'm gonna cast a Soul Ring.
I'll draw. I cast another one. That would be good.
Yeah,
you
unfortunately.
suck.
I will feed the beast. I will play a 3 visits.
All right, that one was more questionable, but I'll take it.
Jason's over here like, I win.
I have a colorless floating from there. I'm gonna grab a Hollowed Fountain and I'm gonna shock it in.
Yes.
Yes.
I told you to be careful. The sleeves are new.
And then I'm gonna pay a white, use the colorless floating to cast Sarah Jane Smith. When I cast a historic spell, investigate. Trigger only once per turn. I'll pass.
I'm not going to pay for Rimra. I'm going to play an Exotic Orchard.
Wow, exotic.
Pay 2 Felware Stone. I will pay 2 for a Talisman of Progress. I will pass the turn.
Island. While I can play a mana lock, I'd rather start drawing from the bottom of my library like it's Plains Chase. Play a 3, live a song. Pass 10.
Michael coming at us with the most convoluted plays in the entire game. We're going to command tower. I'm going to pay 2 for Urza's Saga to create a 0/0 construct.
Why wouldn't you wait?
He doesn't want to have to think later.
And why do I got to wait? It's turn 1, baby. It's turn 2.
Because when I board wipe on my turn, you're going to lose your robot.
Well, you know what? You're going
That's
to
very
take
rude
1.
of you. Why would you do such a thing?
That's for the stinky fish. And then I pass turn.
Play the Shire. Enters untapped because I control a legendary creature. Green and 2. Riki. The History of Kamigawa. Whenever I play a legendary spell, draw a card.
His name is Riki. He smells.
Sarah
There's a
Jane,
Riki in here.
Sarah Jane
Why does it
Smith.
smell like pee?
He's never gonna get
Wait.
this. Where's your stinky joke? Wait for him to start talking.
When I cast a historic
Whiz.
spell,
No, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry.
I investigate. Let's cast Thassa, God of the Sea. Riki, I draw a card. I'll spread the love. Brendan, I'll swing a 2-1 at you.
I have not taken card advantage. What are you doing?
Pass.
He also threatened a board wipe on his turn. He still swung at Brendan.
Yeah, I know.
He also still played a ton of creatures, like he doesn't believe me. I'm gonna play an island for
I
a
can-
red
I can
and
bring
1
it.
plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's what it's
last
like.
one.
Mistake.
Oh, no.
Why you gotta be this way, Jason?
Let's go ahead and get out Rose Tyler. +1/+1 for each counter on her. Whenever Rose Tyler attacks, put a time counter on it for each suspended card you own, and each other permanent you control with the time counter on it. Go ahead.
Island, play propaganda, pass turn.
Draw. On main phase, I'm going to float a mana and pop Urza Saga. What am I going to grab? What am I going to grab? Bam. Look at that. And then we're going to go ahead and drop my land for turn. Tezzeret, Artifice Master. He comes out with 5, and we're going to go ahead and +1 him. And then we will pass my turn.
Untap, upkeep, I get to scry 1 from Thassa. I will put that to the bottom. Cast the 4th Doctor. I can look at the top of my library at any time. Once each turn, I can play a historic land or cast a historic spell from the top of my library. When I do, create a food token. And let's play a Sea of Clouds. Enters the battlefield tapped unless I have 2 or more opponents. Haha. I will pass turn.
Draw 3, 4, 5 for the 10th Doctor.
Oh.
My bad, my
Fourth
bad.
I mean, you're also the
Toes.
4th Doctor. He's the same person, just later.
Whenever I attack, exile cards on the top of my library until I exile a non-land card. Put 3 time counters on it. If it doesn't have suspend, it gains suspend. I'm going to go to combat. I'm going to swing 2 at Michael.
You're gonna pay 2?
Oh, shit. I don't actually care. I'm going to swing 2 at Brendan.
Oh, I'm going to just take 2.
But before damage happens, trigger.
So they both go on the stack at the same time?
I get to pick the order, right? I'm going to have his go off first. So I'm going to exile until I hit something. Joyra, join the party. She gets 3 time counters. Trigger Rose, she'll see Joyra. She'll get a +1. You'll take an extra 1. I'm done.
Island, with a song.
She's gonna beat you up, Nate. You better get rid of that Thassa.
Yeah.
Pass turn.
Is it you, May?
No.
Play 3. Sahili, Sublime Artificer.
Give this man some dice.
Yeah, I'm going to need some dice. We're going to pay 2 for a Stronic Resonator.
Gotta make a servo.
Yes, sir. Really wish I knew how to draw. I have 3 or more artifacts, so we're just going to 0 Tezzeret and draw 2 cards. I'm going to play my land for turn, being a Scalding Tarn. I'm going to crack Scalding Tarn.
+1/+1 count on it with a song. And then I'm gonna deal 3 damage to you, Brendan.
Getting a Blood Crypt and passing my turn.
That's your end step.
Yeah.
Untap, upkeep, I have to scry.
Take 4, Nat.
Rude.
Yeah, I had to ramp it up for you.
I'll put that to bottom, and I'll draw. Ow. Well, shock in a breeding pool. Pay 3. Cast Vivian, Champion of the Wilds, off the top of my deck. I make a food token from the 4th Doctor.
The bed looks like a fucking jelly bean.
Sure.
Good man.
It is Bean. Uptick Vivian, the 4th Doctor gets Vigilance and Reach until end of turn. Then I'm gonna go ahead and pay 2 white. Flowering of the White Tree. Legendary creatures I control get +2/+1 and ward 1. Non-legendary creatures I control get +1/+1. Combat, I'm gonna swing 6.
Leave me alone, dog.
Nah, we'll swing 6 at Tezzy.
I'll block it with a Thopter.
Damn. That's it for me.
Upkeep, this will lose a time counter. We will go to combat, 6 at Tezzeret.
I'm going to block the bigger creature.
Trigger. I hit Seagate Restoration. I'll get 3 time counters, so she'll get 2 more counters. So you'll take 3 on Tezzeret. 2 mana for a Talisman of Conviction. I'll pass.
Play an island. Pay 2, Fire Diamond. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Oh.
5, 6.
That's me.
Okay. Pay 1. I'm gonna do Mana Clash. Me and target opponent being Jason Each flip a coin. Magic Cloud deals 1 damage to each player whose coin comes up tails. Repeat this process until both players' coins come up heads at the same time. Heads are even, tails is odds.
Okay. Take one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It is.
Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Go ahead, one.
We're playing my land for turn, being an Adventurer's Fair. Tap 2 for a Demir Signet, getting myself a servo from Sahili. We're going to drop a Jeweled Lotus because I can, getting myself a second servo. We're going to Thought Cast for 1 blue, draw 2 cards to get another servo. I'm going to drop a Mystic Remora, getting another servo. Pay 0 for Tezzeret, draw 2 cards. Black, blue, and a red. Jeweled Lotus for 3 blue. We're going to drop Missy.
I'm gonna pay 1 blue to suspend it with 2 time counters. I'm not paying the 4. You get a draw.
Untap, I get to scry 1. That'll stay. Take 5.
Yup.
I'm gonna go ahead and play a Plains for turn. The Book of Exalted Deeds. At the beginning of my end step, if I gained 3 or more life this turn, I create a 3/3 white angel creature token with flying.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna uptick Vivian. The 4th Doctor gets.
Oh, yeah. Did you pay the extra 4 for that?
No, go ahead. Vigilance and Reach. And then I'm gonna go ahead and swing at Tezzy.
I'm going to block it with a servo.
Alright. I'm gonna sacrifice my food token. I'm gonna gain 3 life. My end step, I gain 3 or more life this turn, I make an angel.
Upkeep, these will both lose counters. Go to combat,
Wow,
all this at Tezzeret.
Leave my 1/1s alone. I'm going to block it with 2 of them.
Exile Fury Charm. She's big.
She's an 8/8.
I'm gonna pass.
Whip of Chaos. Whenever a spell or ability is put onto the stack, I reselect this target at random if it has a single target.
Do you pay the extra 4?
I do not.
I'm going to Vampiric Tutor.
6 at you then.
In response to that, I'm gonna Mystical Tutor. So I'll take the 6, you'll take 7, Brennan.
Okay.
I'll pay the 4.
Oh, when I did that, I got a servo.
I'm gonna put a Temporal Mastery on top.
So on upkeep, Adventurer's Fair, I gain 1 life because I have 3 more artifacts. I remove 1 of the time counters, and then I will pay 1 with Inventor's Fair for the commutative upkeep of Mystic Remora. Pay a red and tap Soul Ring for 2, have 1 floating for Dockside Extortionist. How many enchantments and artifacts?
10.
I'm also going to pay 2 by using the 1 for Stronic Resonator to double his ability for when it comes into play, actually. So I gain 20. We're going to play my land for turn, being a Vault of Whispers. 5/6 for a Sharding Sphinx. Pay 2 for a Talisman of Indulgence, getting another servo. Pay 7 for Spine of Isha. What do I want to pop?
You don't want to pop anything. Remember, it's an ability going on the stack with a single
You're
target.
fucking right.
You're not going to get your target.
I wouldn't even want to try to figure out how to do random on that. But we're not gonna do it.
Yeah. I'm
There's
not-
like 30 or 40 permanents, so it's a random number generator for that much to target.
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna 0 Tezzeret, draw 2 cards. Felwar Stone. We'll use a red Goblin Welder. 4 and a Felwar Stone for 1. Mishra, imminent 1.
Beginning of combat on your turn, you make a Warform copy of an artifact you control, sag it in instead.
I'm gonna take I'm gonna make a copy of.
You don't get to pick.
Oh yeah. 6 or a treasure.
So generate a number between 1 through 16.
3, so it's the treasure.
You have a Warform treasure.
Jason, you're gonna take 4. Getting me a Thopter. We're gonna pass my turn.
At your end step, I'm gonna pay 2 and activate the Shire. I'm gonna tap the 4th Doctor to make a food token. Untap, upkeep, I hit to scry. That doesn't
you-
do me anything.
Take 8.
I take 8, go to 22.
Jesus Christ.
I'm going to play Minimo, School at Water's Edge from the top of my deck because of the 4th Doctor's ability. Make a food token. Down tick Vivian to look at the top 3 cards of my library. I can exile 1 face down. For as long as that remains exiled, I can look at it and cast it if it's a creature. And I exile this face down. I'll tap 4. The Jadet Ojerhen Mercenary. When it enters the battlefield or another legendary creature enters the battlefield under my control, I can pay a green, which I did. I create a 2/2 green cat with Forest Walk. I'll go to combat. I'll swing at a 6/5 at you, Brendan.
I block it with a servo.
Okay. I killed one of them, guys. I got you. Tap the Soul Ring on my main phase 2 to sacrifice a food to gain 3 life. My end step, make an angel. I'll pass.
If you appreciate the content that we're creating and you'd like to support us here at the dungeon, the #1 way to do so is to sign up to become a member over on our Patreon page. Some of the patron benefits include access to our full deck lists, voting privileges for polls held over on our Patreon, and shoutouts at the end of every video to let everyone know how awesome you are. If money's tight and becoming a patron isn't the best option for you right now, we totally get it. Simply liking our videos or subscribing to the channel if you haven't already, and commenting down below all help as well, and are totally free. Thank you all for watching and enjoy the game. I'm gonna untap. These will all lose the counter. Joyra will come into play. Draw, it'll be Temporal Mastery. Pay 2 to cast it.
I will pay 2 to Arcane Denial it.
Hey, 2 to Dovin's Veto.
I tried, guys.
I'm not paying for either of those. You draw 2.
The counter spell is a counter target spell, and it changes to anything that's an eligible target. That'd possibly target your mastery, though.
So, Arcane Denial only has the one target of Temporal Mastery. Dovin's Veto can either counter the Arcane Denial or the Temporal Mastery.
I'm looking for highs.
Oh, counters your own spell.
Great. In that case, let's go to combat. Yeah, Brendan.
I'm gonna block it with a servo.
These are gonna trigger exile an Arcane Signet, get 3 more counters. I'm gonna pay 2 to exile Kozilek, Butcher of Truth, from my hand with Joyra, and then I am going to vanquish the Horde, not paying the 1.
I'm gonna go ahead and pay 2 mana, activate the Shire. I'm gonna tap the 4th Doctor and make a food token.
Damn.
Big sad.
I'm done after
Why
that.
don't make River Song cost so much?
Because we don't need that right now.
Whiskey Move. Beginning of each player's upkeep, that player gains control of Whiskey Move. When you gain control of Whiskey Move from another player, choose a creature you control and an opponent. Flip a coin. If you lose that flip, that opponent gains control of that creature.
So it does nothing this time around because none of us have creatures.
And that's all from
Why
me.
do I just hate your entire fucking deck, though? Upkeep, I gain 1 life from Adventurers Fair. We're gonna pay for the commutative upkeep. I gain that.
Yup.
I have no creatures. And then I will get Missy back. We are going to play my land for turn, being in Academy Ruins. We're gonna 0 Tezzeret to draw 2. 5 Tezzeret the Seeker. When I get that, I get a servo. I'm gonna pay a black. We're gonna Dark Ritual for a servo. We are going to hate Michael just a little more. Yeah, I'm gonna -4 Tezzeret. I don't really need this Tezzy. Relic of Sauron, draw 2, discard a card for 3. We're gonna pay 3 for Relic of Sauron, draw 2, and discard a card. Discard Ghostly Flicker. We're gonna sack 4 of the tokens for Tezzeret, Agent of Bolus, getting me another servo. And we're gonna +1 Tezzeret, getting an Ichor Wellspring. We'll just go to combat. Jason, I'll hit you for 4.
Okay.
On end step, I'm gonna pay 1 and sack a treasure for Stronic Resonator to copy her Villainous Choice ability. So each of you are either going to take 6 damage or let me draw 2 cards each.
I'll take 6.
1 more. You are at 24. And then, yeah, that's my turn.
Upkeep, scry. Yep, I also get that. I have no creatures to choose. Play a land for turn. Pay X is 6. I'm gonna pull from tomorrow. I'm gonna draw 6 and discard a card.
And Brendan will draw.
Hell yeah, brother. Thank you.
Discard a forest. Pay 2. I'm gonna sack a food. Down tick Vivi. I'll tuck that. I will go to my end step. I gain 3 or more life. I make an angel.
Thank you. These will all lose a counter. Seagate Restoration will trigger. I will draw 3 cards. I will not pay for that. You'll draw.
Thank you, sir.
I'm gonna play a Misty Rainforest. All right, we're gonna pay 7 for the Doctor. That's my turn.
I get Whiskey Move. I have no creatures. Draw. I don't like how many times I've drawn from the top of my deck instead of the bottom of my deck, guys. Okay? Yeah, I'm also pay 7. River Song is back, y'all.
Can you fuck off with River Song, please?
I pass turn. Upkeep.
I gain a life. We'll pay the 3 for Mystic Remora.
It has 4 creatures. Generate a number 1 through 4. Missy being 4.
It's 4.
It's 4.
4. Choose an opponent. I'll be 1, Jason will be 2, you'll be 3.
Number 2 is who it is, so that'd be what, Jason?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll pick odds.
So odds are good?
Yeah, odds are good.
got it.
You're good. You didn't lose.
Thank God. We're gonna draw from Mindstone, getting me a servo. 0 Tezzeret to draw 2 cards. Going to pay 2 for a Ichor Wellspring, drawing me a card and giving me a servo. We're going to pay 2, Feed the Swarm. Okay. Destroy target creature and enchantment an opponent controls. You lose life equal to the permanent's converted mana cost.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
7.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You got it!
Oh my god!
I was so
I
hoping.
feel-
From there, though, wow, that changes my turn. Tap Relic of Sauron for 2 black for Deadly Dispute. I'm going to sacrifice a treasure token to draw 2 cards and create a treasure token. In doing so, I get another servo. We're going to pay 4 to play Saheeli Filigree Master. She comes out with 3, -2 her to create 2 Thopter tokens. They gain haste until end of turn. I'm going to play my land for turn. Going to combat. Nathaniel,
Why me, dude? What the fuck did I do?
I swing 4 at you.
Sure, I'll take 4.
We're going to -4 my Tezzeret, Agent of Bullis. Target player loses X life, and I gain X life, where X is twice the number of artifacts I control.
Should have been random.
Which I'm going to do you.
Why you gotta do that to me? Why?
14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and then 21.
Oh, no fun.
I do not like what you have going on. And then I gain 42.
With
And
good
then
time.
end step happens. Sack 1 and use the mountain that I have. Burstronic Resonator on her last effect.
Hey, you know you can draw this time.
You can draw this time as well, bud.
So I don't die. You know,
Yeah, I was going to say, either
Fair.
take 9 2 times or let me draw 2 each.
I'm just gonna Enlighten Tutor. I'm gonna put a Soul Ring on top.
Upkeep. I have to scry 1. Put that to bottom. Play my land for turn. Down take Vivian. Pay a white for Yoshimaru, Ever Faithful. When another legendary permanent enters the battlefield under my control, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Let's do Gold Forged Thopteryx. Each legendary permanent I control has ward 2. Pay 3. Let's play a Shanna, Purifying Blade. At the beginning of my end step, I can pay X. If I do draw X cards, X can't be greater than the amount of life I have gained. Go to combat. Brendan, I'm gonna swing 4 at Tezzy.
Block it with a 1/1.
Damn. Pay 2, sack of food, gain 3 life. End step, I have a second angel, and I'm gonna pay 3 because I gained 3 life to draw 3 cards. That's it.
Untap, upkeep. These will start to trigger. Fury Charm will cast. I'm not paying for. 2 time counters from him is my target. It'll remove 2 counters from Kozilek.
I will pay 2. We're going to drown in the lock.
Counter him.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to have to shuffle my graveyard into my library. I will draw for turn. Play a Shivan Reef, and I'm gonna pop Misty, scrub an island. I'll pay 10, time stretch on the stack.
What's time stretch?
Take 2 extra turns after this one.
Oh, fuck me.
I get 2 extra
That
turns.
doesn't mean you can-
I'm just gonna go to my next extra turn. This will come into play now.
Did you pay 4?
No. Divining Top, I'm not paying. I'm going to look at the top 3. I'm gonna gamble. I'm not paying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Discard 3.
Hey.
Mox Tanalite. 5, 6, 7. Psych Rift.
Man.
I'm gonna activate top. I'm gonna swing at Nat for 3.
Look, man. Yeah, brother.
I'm going to exile Nezahal Primal Tad with 3 time counters.
Oh, wow.
I am done.
Oh, yeah, baby. We're going to untap.
Oh, what? I got an extra turn.
Oh, yeah.
All right, upkeep. This will lose a counter. Activate top before I draw. Go to combat. Nate, take 3. In response to the trigger, I'm gonna Mystical Tutor. We're gonna put Temporal Mastery on top. It'll go into exile with 3 time counters on it. 7. Time travel 3 times. 2 counters from each of these, and then 1 more from this. Nezahal will come into play. Temporal Mastery will cast. I'll take an extra turn after this one. Top. Okay, on tap, I will draw. I'm gonna top. Combat. We'll swing 10 at Brennan.
Oh, no.
Trigger, we're gonna put Joyrus Time Bug, 3 time counters. Narset, Enlightened Master. Go ahead, Brendan.
We're playing my land for turn, being Urbog to Mayama. The MVP of this game for me. Sublime Artificer, Soul Ring, Talisman of Influence, Demir Signet, Mind Stone, Phyrexian Altar, Felwar Stone, Relic of Sauron, Chromatic. I'll use the Chromatic Lantern for Mystic Remora.
Oh, hang on. I'm missing triggers here. Whenever an opponent casts a non-creature spell, draw
gets
a card.
to draw a card.
I'm not gonna go back in time and draw a million. I'm gonna draw a card for Mystic Remora.
I'm gonna pay 2. We're gonna just terminate him.
I'm gonna draw a card. I'm gonna discard 3 cards to exile him. He'll return into the battlefield under my control at the beginning of the next end step. Discarding Vanquish the Horde, Wild Mage, Sorcerer, and Time Bender.
Bastard.
All right, he'll come back into play.
Artificer's Assistant. When I cast a historic spell, I scry 1. Pay a white. Yoshimaru. That'll go to bottom. Gold Forged Thopteryx.
Have you topped a single time? You're like, there's nothing this deck I want.
Yeah, it's not going good. Play a land for turn. Shauna.
While you're discarding, I'm gonna top.
I'll discard Enlightened Tutor, Sereth, and Thran Temporal Gateway.
I'm gonna untap. This will lose a counter. I'm going to top again. Go to combat. They're all coming at Saheeli.
I'm gonna block the 2 biggest ones.
All right, that'll be 3 to Saheeli. Yeah, we got Narsa trigger and 10th Doctor trigger. I'm gonna do the 10th Doctor first. We're gonna exile Dockside with 3 counters, and then I'll exile the top 4. We'll play a scroll rack.
Do you pay 4?
You can have it. I'm done, bro. You're all right.
Heard, untap, upkeep, I gain a life. Pay 1 for the Mystic Remora. We're gonna pay 7. Spine and Isha. I'm gonna pop your big freaky dinosaur.
In response, I'm gonna top. So I will draw, and then I will Divining Top. I'll discard 3 cards and blink him.
Okay. Servo comes into play. I'm gonna tap the Relic Sauron for a red and a black. Get a Rakdos Signet. 6. We'll play Missy. 3. Ping myself for 1 with a red, because why not? We're gonna Jessica's Will. How many cards do you have in your hand?
7.
Alright, so I get 7 red. And then I'm gonna exile the top 3 cards. 2 of that 7 for Arcane Signet. I'm gonna go for the Throne Your Commander.
Yep.
Getting a Servo. And then we'll use 2 of the red for a Goblin Engineer. We're gonna use the last 2 for Astronic Resonator. We're gonna use 3 of those servos for 3 black for Braids of the Unrisen. We are going to end step. I'm gonna have Missy activate first on the beginning of my end step. You each either lose 3 life or let me draw a card each.
Yep, you can have a card.
You can have a card.
And then I'm gonna sacrifice a servo with Braids. You each sacrifice a creature.
Or you draw cards.
Go to draw a card, bud.
Yeah, you can have a card.
You also lose 2 life.
Draw. Soul Ring.
I'll draw a card.
Go ahead and draw a card, Brennan. I'm gonna pay 2 white for Flowering of the White Tree.
I'll draw a card.
Go ahead and draw a card, Brennan. It's a historic spell. I get to scry 1. Bottom. Combat. 3 in the air at Saheeli. End step. I'm gonna pay 2 and draw 2 cards because I gained up to 3 life. Discard this Nature's Lord.
All right, untap. These will each lose a counter. I'll play a top. You can draw. I will activate top. We'll pay 1 for a Mystic Remora, paying the 4. Go ahead.
Untap, upkeep. Bye. Great Furnace. We're gonna pay 4. Saheeli the Gifted.
You pay 4 and he gets to draw 1 because it's a non-creature.
Yeah.
Pay 4. We're gonna +1 to get a servo. We're gonna play Saheeli, Filigree Master. Pay 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'll draw a card.
We're gonna +1. I get to scry 1, and then I'm gonna tap and untap artifact I control. If I do, draw a card. We're gonna keep that on top. Tezzeret, Master Artificer. I do not have the 4.
I'm gonna pay 1 to top before I draw 2 cards.
End step. Each either lose 3 life or let me draw a card.
Go ahead and draw a card.
Yeah, you can draw.
And then Braids, we're going to sacrifice Spine of Isha. It goes to my graveyard from the battlefield. It goes back to my hand. You either take 2 and I draw, or you sacrifice an artifact.
Yeah, you can draw.
I'll take 2.
Oh, sacrifice an artifact?
Yes.
Yeah, I could do that. We'll get rid of Scroll Rack.
At your end step, pay 2, activate the Shire, tap Shauna, make a food token.
Oh, yeah. And I forgot the +1. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna cast Oko, Thief of Crowns.
I'll draw, and are you paying for?
Nope. I'm gonna Oko Missy.
Yeah, I bet.
So it is now a 3/3 green elk. It's also a historic spell and it's a legendary permanent, so Yoshimaru gets bigger and I get to scry 1. And I'm gonna go ahead and go to combat. Jason, I'm gonna do 2 in the air at you. Brendan, I'm gonna swing 3 at Saheeli the Gifted.
I'll just take the 3.
Okay.
It'll be a 2.
I gain 3. End step, I gain life, but I'm not gonna go ahead and pay for it. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna top on your end step. Untap, upkeeps, these will lose counters. This guy will go into play. Also during my upkeep, I will tap it to remove a counter from Dockside.
In response to cast of Dockside, I'm gonna attempt to overload a Cyclonic Rift.
I'm gonna top. I'm gonna tap top. I'm gonna Dovin's Veto. This goes on top.
It was worth a shot. All right.
I didn't pay for our Dovin's Veto.
So 4 off of me, so 21.
Also, I draw off Nezahal from Psychrift. Pay 1 for a personal tutor. I'm not going to pay the 4. I'm going to put Reality Strobe on top. I'm going to play Command Tower for turn. 8, 9 for my commander. 3 for Jessica's Will.
I'm going to sacrifice a Goblin Engineer and a Servo to counter squall it.
Are you paying for?
No.
Draw off Nezahal. Jessica's Will is gone.
You lose 2 life.
Combat. I'm going to swing these 2 at you, Brendan.
Okay. I'm gonna block the 3/2 and a 1. We'll use the 1/1 with a 3/3.
Let's do Narset's trigger first. We're exiling these 4 cards. Expropriate, Serum Visions, Flooded Strands, Steam Vents, and then I will exile Jenga Taxis with 3 time counters. We'll go to second main. I'm gonna cast Expropriate for free.
Sacrifice my last servo and the Thopter.
Yep.
Negate it.
What are you paying for?
No.
And I'll draw off Nuzzlehaw. It is countered. Pay 1 to ponder. You can draw. I'm gonna pay 5 to cast Temporal Manipulation. Not paying for
I'm
it.
gonna draw.
I got there?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna pay
Yeah.
6 for a Reality Strobe, now that you're finally out of gas.
Oh, hey, you get to draw for a reality shrub.
I'm not paying 4. Did you get it?
I did not.
I'm gonna bounce Dockside to my hand. I'm gonna use 2 to cast Dockside. This goes to exile with 3 time counters after I cast it. Get a bunch of mana from Dockside. I'm gonna use 7 of it to replay this. I'm gonna bounce Dockside. I'm gonna make 10 trillion treasures. And then with those 10 trillion treasures, I'm gonna cast this over and over to bounce everything you guys own to your hands.
So the minute you choose to target my stuff, I Heroic Intervention.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll go to my next turn.
Do it again, and then we lose.
So you guys are scooping? All right.
Yeah, we have.
And the 10th Doctor is finally able to seal the deal. That was a very long game, possibly the longest on the channel so far. I think the original pre-cut version was somewhere around 2.5 hours. But we got it cut down into a nice slim package, and I hope you enjoyed that. See y'all next time.